Ichiro Oda has been cooking in 2023. One Piece for me and many fans has been the best ongoing manga this year, and there are a couple of reasons for that. Now, of course, in Egghead, we have our favorite crew, the Straw Hats, which are about to be in some very big trouble as we have Saturn and Kizaru heading to the island right now with a huge marine fleet as well. So that's already huge, but there's one thing that Oda is doing, which they have been asking for years, and that is giving us some chapters to focus in on what's going outside of what the Straw Hats are currently doing. And he's doing so this time in whole chapters and not just single panels or even mentions outside of this. So the first major thing we learned is that the Egghead Island arc will end in a major event that would trigger the following things to come. And this leads many fans to speculate that this arc probably will end in a tragedy. Now, whether this being Luffy gets captured, or one of the Straw Hats get captured, or maybe this fraud Kizaru, a member of the Gorosei Saturn, will actually just completely annihilate them and capture all of them, which would trigger a major event such as a war or whatever would follow that. There's also the possibility of them getting saved, but I do 100% think this is going to be a very bad loss for the Straw Hats once again. Alright, so in chapter 1079, we got this guy, Useless Kid, trying to pull up on another Yonko and get the work in. Now, we all thought we would probably be able to get a great fight between a Yonko and somebody who's trying to be the king of the pirates, but Shanks does know that Kid does pose some threat to his crew, as well as many others on the island of Elbaf. Now, we do see Shanks looking, decently calm with his crew saying that they can handle Kid, but Shanks tells them not to underestimate Kid at all, as he did take out Big Mom during Wano. Then we found out this guy Kid is not playing, as he used the damn punk right away and it annihilates many of his fleet. But of course, as we all know, this was just future sight from Shanks viewing this. Then unfortunately, Shanks just had to put him down, bro. He was too much of a threat, man. Then Kid proceeds to get one tap by Divine Departure in an epic panel. And that was pretty much the end of Kid. Shanks got the poneglyphs from the others, and the Giants annihilated Kid's ship, and the Kid pirates were absolutely eradicated. Now let's go into chapter 1080. Now in 1080, we are on Power Island, and we see Kobe is just running around doing whatever he's doing, and they end up chasing him around for a while. Then it said Kobe is a member of Sword, and now Aokiji goes and explains to a Blackbeard what Sword is and how Sword actually operates. Then we're introduced to a couple more rear admirals, which is Kujaku. She ate the whip root, which makes her be able to use whips, I guess. Then we have Obari, who's a member of Sword, and she seems to be a marksman. Then the final rear admiral, which is Prince Groose, and he ate the Squelch fruit. Then we get to see the legendary hero Old Man Garp in action once again. Then we see a massive display of Conqueror's Haki from Garp shredding an entire town, and this shows Garp is not to be messed with in this verse still at this old age. Cut to a panel where Garp has wiped out many of the other pirates here. Then to our shock, we see Hibari actually get frozen. Then we see former allies Kuzan aka Aokiji versus Garp stand off right now. Then we get a whole explanation of how Aokiji actually did end up joining Blackbeard's crew. So basically Aokiji was prepared to fight up him first, then they exchanged words and they started to get along, and you see them laughing and having fun. Then we finally see Blackbeard offer Aokiji to join his crew. Then we cut back to Aokiji getting a beat down by Garp, and I do believe Aokiji is actually holding back here as the conversations they have here. I think there's just some emotional barrier that Aokiji has right now and will be unleashed in the next following chapter. Then finally at the end of the chapter, we see that Law has lost to Blackbeard, and I'm pretty sure most One Piece fans knew this, but it just sucks to see Law and Kid losing in pretty much back-to-back chapters. But at the end of the day, these are two Yonko. Then we actually see Beppo eat a medicine that Chopper gave him, which basically turns into a giant monster. He hits Blackbeard and he takes Law out to sea. Spoilers ahead for this last one. I'll go over this quickly, but in the newest upcoming chapter, we have a cross-killed chapter. Pretty much Buggy wants to go after the One Piece since he knows that Shanks is now making his move, and we see them all talking about wanting to build up their crew. As even Mihawk himself says, if they're going after the One Piece, they're going to be messing around with the other Yonko. And at the end of the chapter, we see that Sabo is actually alive and did not get affected by Imu because he was not there. And he says he's going to explain the entire truth about what happened at Marijois. Yeah, that's a pretty quick overview of what Oda has released in 2023. I think the last 5 chapters especially have been absolutely amazing. So yeah, let me know what y'all think of One Piece so far in 2023.